Well, hello to my new subscribers, old subscribers, YouTube watchers, and my Twitter followers. We're doing a little webcam babysitting here, making sure my big girls aren't gonna start beating up the babies. We let the babies out and about today inside. We opened up the main coop so the big girls could use the nesting boxes, make them happy. They haven't been giving me eggs, and they don't like my little nesting box I bought from Tractor Supply, so the babies seem to like the new nesting box, so they've been kind of going in and out of that. So this is my way to kind of babysit these babies. When you introduce new babies to big hens, you might get a massacre on your hands, which I did. I bought 5 new babies about in May, about the first week or second week of May, and let them mingle with the big girls, hoping the big girls would say, "Oh, I need babies, and I got some babies," but they didn't think so. They're like, "Nope, we don't like them. We don't want them. They look kind of funny. They're not Essex." So one by one, as I was inside my trailer, I would lose a baby every other day. I was like, what's going on here? And to find out, one day I was kind of looking through my security camera at the coop, and I was seeing one big hen just terrorizing the poor baby. I was like, the big girl's been killing off my babies. So now I'm down to 2 babies and 2 big girls, which is really what I really wanted. I wanted to buy just 2 babies to replace the 2 big girls I lost over last year's summer from fire ants that got into my coop and took my big girls out. That happened over a couple of months' time. You do have to keep up on your fire ant patrol. They pop up overnight, especially after it rains or something. The fire ants will float from the vacant field behind me, and since we're on a little slope here, and when it rains, those fire ants and the big ants will make ant chains and kind of make an ant raft, and they'll float with the water until they hit a tree or another rig's wheels or something, and grab a hold and wait for the water to absorb into the ground, and then they'll jump off, or they might get into your rig and make a new ant mound somewhere close by, usually in my yard. So I go out and massacre fire ants and big carpenter ants. The carpenter ants aren't that big of a deal. My big girls will eat the fire ants, or actually the big carpenter ants, because I see them more than they do the little fire ants. The fire ants have a real nasty bite. They kill a lot of animals. Fire ants will even kill baby fawns. The fawns are born with the instinct to lay in deep, tall grass while the mom's out feeding or getting water or doing whatever she needs to do. And the fawns will just lay in the grass, and the fire ants will find them, crawl into their noses, and start stinging. And next thing you know, the fawn will swell up their nasal, and the ants will go into their throats and start stinging. And finally, the stings will make the animal's throat swell shut from the ant bite. and suffocate the animal. And then the fire ant has a free big ass meal to chew on from the inside out. And that's what they do with chickens. The chickens will bite the fire ants and maybe try to eat it and didn't quite kill it. And meanwhile the fire ant will sting the chicken inside its throat. And once they get more than one sting or two, their throats start swelling up and they suffocate and die. There's nothing you could do about that other than maintain your coop area. Make sure you have no fire ants in your yard. So, but it's always a challenge when you have chickens. Chickens, everything loves chickens, from humans to stray dogs, stray cats, even RV dogs get free and come run around here and want to have a little chicken dinner if they could. That's why my little white post you see around my fence, or my chicken coop, that's an electric fence. It's a solar electric fence, and it's saved my chickens countless of times, from possums, from skunks, to stray RV animals, from cats and dogs. And we'll get stray cats and dogs around the RV park, because on that where this park is located, it's next to Lake Nasworthy, kind of out in the country, a little bit outside of San Angelo, and next to San Angelo's airport, which is crazy. You would think they'd build an airport closer in town, but I guess the people in San Angelo didn't want air traffic noise, which is good. But it's bad for the traveler coming into San Angelo, because there's not a lot of taxis in San Angelo, or a local bus service that will pick you up from the airport to get you into San Angelo. So San Angelo has rental cars for you to rent if you come into San Angelo. But we really don't have a lot of air traffic, commercial air traffic. It's usually a lot of military aircraft, since we have the Air Force Base out here, and we have a National Guard unit out here. So we'll get Hueys, and we'll get some drones, and we'll get some jets flying by once in a while. And a lot of commercial, actually private owned jet company out here flies government people around, or whoever needs to go on a private jet adventure. But the airport's not that noisy. We have American Eagle that flies in and out of San Angelo twice a day, one in the morning, one at night, right before 9 o'clock or so. Other than that, air traffic's really not that bad. But you do hear some Hueys once in a while flying in for the National Guard when they're out doing their stuff. So, but oh no, it looks like the babies are big enough where the big girls are having second thoughts of being mean to them and possibly killing them. But anything's possible. Chickens are like little dinosaurs, T-Rexes. Chickens do have pecking orders in the coop. There's gonna be a boss hen. She's gonna be the one that tells the other girls what to do. If one gets out of hand, she's on them like a fucking cat on or a pit bull on a poodle. She'll be on top of them, beating them up a bit, saying, "Hey, you behave or suffer the consequences. We'll beat you up some more." Unfortunately, the smaller one of your flock will probably be the beating stick for everybody. One of the others that's not higher up will say, "I'm higher than you, and I'm having a bad day, so let me go pick on you for a little bit." And that's not fun. I call those chickens punks. And if I had more chickens, I would eat the punks. I would say, "Okay, little punk, you're fucking with the flock. you're gonna have to deal with one, the head hen. She's gonna, no matter if you take her out, the second in command will take over. So gotta get used to it. And then the other girls get used to it too. They find out who they are, where they stand, and so as long as your coop is big enough, my coop will hold 5 chicks or 5 grown hens comfortable. So if you do have one that's getting picked on, that chick or hen could run inside the coop and get away from everybody and recoup from the shock of getting beat up, and then come back and join the flock a little bit, and hopefully she won't get beat up again. So, but yeah, chickens are little savages. They do have their pecking order, and sometimes it's not fun. But most of the time, chickens love groups. They love, you'll have 2 chickens that like to hang together, and if you have 4 chickens, 2 chickens will hang together and the other 2 will hang together, so at least they have partners in crime. But yeah, I've been keeping the babies secluded inside the coop, locked up inside the coop for about a month now. So now the babies are 2 months old now. They've gained a lot of meat on them, got a lot bigger, grown in their feathers, losing all their little fluffy stuff. So it's time to let them get outside and dig into the dirt, which is good, and that helps trim their claws. And the free bugs that walk into the coop are always good. That's free chicken food. So let them get fat on bugs and digging in the dirt. That's always a good thing for chickens. When they're stuck in a wire pen, that's hard on chickens. They need to get out in the dirt, dig around, scratch around, find bugs in the dirt, and when they finally, the new coop is my baby's retreat. Sit there, oh, that big girl was mean, I better run into my little chicken hole here. So yeah, I was thinking about pulling out that little nesting box I put in for the big girls. Big girls didn't use it. They were like, oh, we don't want it. But the babies, I think they think it's a safe little haven. So they're, okay, this is our free zone. You girls get the rest, the big girls get the rest of the coop yard. We'll stay in our little box till we get a little bit bigger. Then we could probably fight back a little bit better. But yeah, that little yellow one sure is a little puffball. She's starting to get feathers, but still looks like she's going through a badminton game there. Alright everybody, it's a hot one here in West Texas. We're already, my outdoor thermometer sensor on my coop in the shady side of the coop is saying it's 104. My computer's saying it's 96 outside, so maybe we just got some residual heat off the coop or something, but it's a hot one. But I do need to get out there probably in about 5:30 or 6 when the sun starts going over the other side of my trailer there, and start shading my side of my spot. I'll get out there with my weed eater and start taking care of this view's grass, and then tomorrow morning wake up early and take care of the other side. The other side's not as hard. It's not a lot of grass. Only got probably about 2 feet wide strip, and it widens out to about a car length strip, which is not bad. Won't take long to buzz that grass real quick. Then we'll be set for the next rainstorm, and then we'll have to go out and do it again. So But meanwhile, I'll be watching movies and kind of doing some webcam spying, making sure my big girls are behaving, not killing my babies. Kind of get you pissed when you buy new birds and your old birds start whacking them off on you. It's like, oh man, you got enough things to deal with. Like I said, you have ants to deal with. Sparrows are always a pain in the ass. That's why I like this coop. The mesh is really skinny, so sparrows can't really get in, but they do their damnedest. They do get in. They'll sit on top of your mesh and start pecking on the corners to finally free the mesh and squeeze in and get into your coop, and then you got a damn sparrow in your coop that won't fly out. It's like, oh, you little bastard. But I've trained my girls. My big girls like to eat sparrows. They will eat a sparrow. They love eating mice. So you train your birds to eat mice and sparrows, and then you get free food. And chickens are better than cats. They don't mess around. They'll have tug-of wars to rip a bird in half or a mouse in half and start eating parts. So they do that very fast and very quick. And then you got a fat bird pretty quick. Alright everybody, have a fun Saturday. Just me doing a little babysitting here, making sure all my little babies are going to be okay. Like I said, they've been isolated for about a month now, so got some meat on them. They're getting a little bit bigger and stronger, so they could take a boss hen's peck on the head saying, hey, I'm the boss, respect my authority. And they are using that little nesting box, so that's good. That's their little safe haven. Like I said, chickens like to hang in twos, so if you do get chickens, by even amount of chickens, so at least everybody's happy. They got somebody to hang with. When you're the odd bird out, it's kind of a sad state of affairs. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Have a fun day. We'll talk to you later. It's Monday. Bye-bye.